Morning students, I am Hitu, PGT English from Surat School Rewari. Imperative sentences. Imperative sentences begin with the first form of the verb. In case of request, please or kindly may be added before the infinitive. Basically, the imperative sentences begin with the first form of the verb. If we are using please or kindly, may be added before the infinitive. The imperative sentences may be divided into three types: where the action is confined to the subject; second, where the subject receives the action; third, offer a suggestion beginning with let. Basically, imperative sentences is divided into three types. When action is confined to the subject, जब subject के आसपास ही action confined होता है. When subject receive the action, जो subject को action receive होता है. या फिर हम third is offer a suggestion जो begin होता है let से. Type 1, request, advice, order confined to the subject. Use, you are ordered, advice, requested to according to sense followed by first form of verb. Basically, type 1 is request, advice, order which is confined to the subject. So there are some illustrative examples. Activist, take exercise daily. You are advised to take exercise daily. Here basically this is confined to the subject. We are requesting to do the exercise daily. Get out of my way. You are ordered to get out of my way. Do not steal. You are forbidden to steal. Type 2, where the object receives the action, जहाँ पे जो object है उसको action receive होता है. Use let before the subject in the passive voice. जब object receive करता है action को तो उस केस में हमें subject से पहले let use करना होता है जब हम उस sentence को passive voice में convert करते हैं. There are some illustrative examples. Active voice, first form of the verb plus object that we know. To convert it into passive voice, we use let before the subject. Then we use be after the subject plus third form of the verb. In passive voice, in every case we have to use the third form of verb. Do it. Here it is the object which will be converted into subject. So before subject we use let it. Then we use be, done. Done is the third form of do. Open the window. Let the window be open. Here window is the object and it will become the subject, and before the subject we use let. So and after the suffix be, open, third form is open. Let the window be open. Note, we use the pronouns in objective forms after let. Basically after let we use pronouns, and in which form? Objective form. We can use should plus be plus verbs third form in place of let plus be plus third form. In second point, it is saying that we can also use should plus be plus verbs third form instead of let plus be plus verbs third form. Here are the examples which are shown how can we use should. See, it should be done. The window should be opened. Your parents should be obeyed. The light should be switched on, etc. Now come the third type. Offer or suggestion with let. The active voice has the first form of verb, we know that, and let and noun and pronoun. While changing the voice, retain let but transfer the object of the active voice after let and then add be plus third form of the verb and the agent doer subject in the active. Basically what they are saying, we'll get through an illustrative example. First, in active voice, let plus noun or pronoun plus verb first form plus object. To convert it into passive voice, we use let. Instead of noun or pronoun, we use the object. Then we use be plus verb's third form plus agent. Let us play tennis. Let we use to convert it into passive voice. Tennis is the object. Here object will come first. Tennis. Then we use be. Played verb third form plays. Third form is played by us is the agent. Us is the agent. Let her do it. Let it be done by her. We use let. Object will come first. Then be. Do third form is done by her. By is the agent. Now comes sentence with infinitives. Type 1. To plus infinitive. While changing sentences with to plus first form of the verb into the passive voice, the infinitive becomes a passive infinitive. That is to plus be plus third form of the verb. In type 1, what it is saying that while changing the sentence 2 plus first form of the verb into passive voice, then it becomes a passive infinitive, that is 2 plus B plus third form of the verb. 2 is as it is, B is added, and first form of the verb is converted into third form of the verb. The main verb if any remain unchanged. अगर कोई main verb है तो वो unchanged रहेगा. Now comes the illustrative example. For active voice, 2 plus infinitive to convert into passive voice, it will be 2 plus B plus third form of the verb. A stick is to walk with. A stick is to be walked with. Here same 2, then we'll add B, walk, third form is verb. A stick is to be walked with. All other things remain the same. Women like to talk to. Women like to be talked to. He wanted to take rest. He wanted rest to be taken. Now comes the second type, bare infinitive. The bare infinitive is changed to full infinitive. That is 2 plus infinitive. Basically, in the case of bare infinitive, it is changed to full infinitive. 2 plus infinitive. The main verb is changed into passive form according to the tense. And here, the main verb is changed according to the tense into the passive form. Now comes the illustrative example. Active voice, that is bare infinitive. I made him do this work. To convert it into passive voice, 2 plus full infinitive. He was made to do this work. He was made to do this work. Was made was converted to was made, then to do this work. Sentence beginning with it is time. The sentence which is beginning with it is time have a to infinitive followed by object in the active voice construction. Basically, the sentences which is beginning with it is time have a to infinitive followed by a object. While changing into passive voice, it is time is retained at the beginning followed by 4 plus object and then 2 plus B plus third form of the verb is added. Now what it is saying, if the sentence is beginning with it is time, then it is followed by object in the active voice. But while converting into passive voice, it is time is retained as it is in the beginning followed by 4 plus object, then we'll be using 2 plus B plus third form of the verb. Illustrative example, it is time to take rest. It is time for rest to be taken. Sentence having verb plus preposition. Some intransitive verbs become transitive and take an object after the preposition added to the verb. In such cases, this preposition becomes part of the verb. While changing into the passive voice, this preposition is retained as such along with the third form of the said verb. What it is saying that in these cases, some intransitive verbs become transitive and takes an object after the preposition is added. In such cases, basically the preposition becomes part of the verb. And then while changing it to the passive voice, the preposition is retained as such along with the third form of the verb. Now come illustrative example. A car ran over a child. A child was run over by a car. They laughed at the beggar. The beggar was laughed at by them. Preposition other than by. The past participle of some verbs take preposition other than by. When used in the passive voice, we use to, at, in, with instead of by with the following verbs. Past participle or third form. Basically what it is saying, that the past participle of some verb take preposition other than by. जो past participle होता है कुछ verb की वो preposition लेते हैं other than by के अलावा. When used in passive voice, जैसे we use to, at, in, with instead of by with the following verbs. At, alarmed. मतलब these are the words with which we use at. Alarmed, annoyed, astonished, displeased, pleased, surprised, shocked, vexed, worried. With in, contained, engaged, included, involved. With, blocked, crowded, disgusted, embellished, filled, impressed, offended. To, known or obliged. Illustrative example. Active voice, I know him. He is known to me. When converted into passive voice, the jug contains milk. Milk is contained in this jug. Verbs with two objects. Some verbs basically have two objects, direct or indirect. Example like Mr. Sharma teaches us English. In this sentence, English is the direct object, whereas the pronoun us is the indirect object. We may use either of the object to frame a passive. Basically, to frame a passive, we can use either direct or indirect object. We are taught English by Mr. Sharma. English is taught to us by Mr. Sharma. You will notice that we use preposition to between past participle taught and the indirect object us. Basically, students usually forget to add to. They are advised to use the indirect object for changing into passive voice. However, you will notice that the preposition to is used between past participle taught and the indirect object us, and student forgot to add to between them. So, and it is also advised to use indirect object while converting into passive voice. Some illustrative example. Active voice. He will give you a beautiful gift. Passive voice. You will be given a beautiful gift by him, or a beautiful gift will be given to you by him. Here to is used between past participle given and indirect object you. Active voice. I have sent him a message. He has been sent a message by me, or a message has been sent to him by me. Basically, you should use the indirect object while converting it into active voice because it is more easier. Sentence with object complements. In some sentences, a complement is used after an object. As the complement specifies the object, it is called object complement. If a complement specifies the object, वो बताता है कि कैसा object है, then it becomes an object complement. Students sometimes take it for the second object and hence commit mistake while changing into passive voice. कई बार क्या होता है, जो student है वो second object ले लेते हैं और mistake commit कर देते हैं. Place the object complement at the end of the sentence in the passive voice as we do in the active voice. He is saying that you have to place the object complement at the end of the sentence in the passive voice like we do in the active voice. Illustrative example. Active voice. They named the child Ankit. The child was named Ankit. He elected him the chairman. He was elected the chairman. The thing which we have to keep in mind is that we have to use the object complement at the end. Sentence with long object. Sometimes the subject of a transitive verb is not a single word but a phrase or a clause. ये लाइन क्या कह रही है कि कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि एक ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब का जो सब्जेक्ट होता है वो एक सिंगल वर्ड नहीं होता, एक पूरा फ्रेज या क्लॉज होता है. वी मस्ट कीप दैट फ्रेज एज अ सिंगल यूनिट. देन ही इज सेइंग दैट वी शुड कीप दैट फ्रेज एज अ सिंगल यूनिट. एक यूनिट रखना है उसको. सिमिलरली वी मे यूज द क्लॉज एज द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द पैसिव सेंटेंस. Similarly, while converting into passive, we can use that clause as subject. In case the clause is too long, we use it as it was as an introductory subject and put the clause after verb. If the clause is very long, we can use it as it was as an introductory subject for introduction purpose, and then we can put the clause after the verb. Active voice. These are some illustrative examples. The principal looks after the administration of the school. While converting into passive voice, the administrative of the school, it is basically a whole phrase, is looked after the principal. They are building a new computer block. A new computer block is a full phrase. A new computer block is being built near the main building. Change of interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences remain interrogative in form even in the passive form. Basically what this line is saying, that interrogative sentences basically ask a question. It will remain the same in the passive voice. It will be asking a question only. So retain the question mark at the end of the sentence. So we have to use the question mark at the end of the sentence in interrogative sentences also while converting it into passive voice. Secondly, put an appropriate helping verb before the subject according to the tense. We also have to put a helping verb before the subject but according to the tense. Which tense we are using? Present, past or future. Third, question words like what, when, why, were, who, when, whose, which, how, etc. come before the helping verb, and these question words comes before the helping verb. So if there is a WH word, put it first of all. So if there is a WH word, we have to put it first before the subject. There is a catch, be attention. Who is changed into by whom? Who is basically changed into by whom, and whom is changed into whom. One more point. What about the change in auxiliary verbs? If we have auxiliary verbs, what will we do? Well, some of them do changes their form according to a sentence. Well, this line is saying that some words may change according to the tenses, like do does change into is, am, are, did change into was. Now, these are the illustrative examples. Actors. Do they speak English? Is English spoken by them? At last question mark. Remember, does he know you? Are you known to him? Etc. Now your active and passive voice has been finished. Stay safe, stay home. Thank you. A small chart related to pronoun. Some pronoun also changes from nominative to accusative cases. Now pronoun. Nominative cases as subject and active becomes accusative case as object and passive. Subject changes into object. I changes into me, we changes into Yash, he changes into him, she changes into her, they changes into them. But in case of you and it, they remains the same. They becomes you and it only in case of passive voice.